right, guys, our SFT standard install process leaves you with this high performance friction grip on here. It has a little bit of a rough feel to it. So if you have gloves on, it's really going to stick to that rubberized fiber tape feel that you have on here. If you're using bare hands on tools or taking a lot of impact, you might want more of a rubberized solution, like a smooth version, right? So we have a hack for you guys. We're going to show you here in this installation video using electrical tape to give you that super smooth, rubberized, cohesive grip on here where the fiber tape is pushed down into the resin and give you that rubberized resin, still high performing. Even though it's smooth, your hands will stick to it really well. But if you are doing something that is high impact, you want more of that smoother grip on here, this is the way to go. We got a breaker bar on here. As you can see, we basically have a rubber sleeve now, a fiber reinforced rubber sleeve on a hand tool. You can put it on an axe, you can put it really on anything. So again, that trick is using that electrical tape. So we're gonna do it on this axe here. We're gonna take this grip off of here. We're gonna show you how to do it on an axe. We'll do it on the breaker bar. And if we got time here, we'll even do it on a baseball bat. So stay tuned. We'll give you the process on how to do this trick using electrical tape. All right, for this FireWrap SFT hack, of course, we want you guys to have electrical tape. 1 inch is preferred. You can use 3/4 inch. You get a little bit better coverage using the 1 inch if you want to order 1 inch electrical tape. Of course, you need a cup of water, a sharp razor knife ready to go. As always, make sure you have some extra gloves in case you need them, and our SFT kits. We're going to get into this. I already have my lacing rings installed from my previous grips. We're going to go right on top of those. We'll just get into installing SFT with that electrical tape hack. Okay, so I have my axe ready to go. I like my lacing rings where they're at. Got my gloves on. We are going to open our SFT fiber tape roll. I am going to dunk this roll into my water for about 8 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm then gonna wrap my handle, and I'm actually gonna try to roll this. Normally I roll towards me, but I'm gonna roll away from me for the camera. And so the trick here is to get the roll started and then slowly pull tension to get it nice and tight. Once I hit my second layer in a row, I do my 45. And I try to keep 2 layers throughout the entire grip, especially over the lacing rings. I'll wrap and wrap and wrap. Sometimes I do a little bit more right on top of the lacing ring. Boom, right about there. I'm gonna pull this flush. Boom, boom, boom. Beautiful. Hopefully I can wrap this around. So you guys aren't gonna quite see this, but I fold the end over itself so that all the frayed ends get tucked under itself, right like that. We'll have to give you a close-up of that. I'll cut that in or show you at the end of this, a close-up of that, but so you get that just right. So it's all gonna stick to itself right there. I'm gonna immediately go to my my electrical tape, try to keep that end sealed there. And we're gonna install with our electrical tape. The key to this is actually do sticky side down. Normally, my sticky side down, come in here, and then I am gonna rotate. So it is sticky side out. And then I am going to start right on the edge, and compress this, make sure my end sits flat. And again, that is sticky side out. So the adhesive is not against the fiber tape. And then I'm going to just wrap and overlap. Just a little bit, don't have to overlap a lot. And on the rings, you just want to be careful. You don't get too many wrinkles or a wrinkle at all. If you do, the easiest way to avoid that is try to put the ring right in the middle of the electrical tape. Tighten this up. And you'll see your fiber tape starting to react. And don't worry, we are going to compress it all down in case it looks like it's getting a little puffy. The key to the electrical tape is compressing it all nice and smooth and pushing the fiber tape into itself. Tighten up that bench more, or that vise a little bit more. Roll this thing up. Then it'll stick to itself. I can leave this for upwards of 10 minutes. About 5 minutes, it's good to go. You can leave it for about 10 minutes. And then we will actually unwrap this and show you the results. So this provides that nice smooth finish. Make sure it's nice and level and smooth, and it pushes the fiber tape down into the resin to give you that ultra rubberized grip. So we'll check this when it's done. It is that simple. The key there is having that electrical tape, 1 inch preferred or 3/4 inch, but it works really, really good. All right, so let's check out the unveil on our electrical tape SFT install. Just unwrap this thing. Just finish unwrapping that guy. Bada bing, bada boom. Alrighty, just like that. Boom. Nice, smooth, rubberized grip installed in like 10 minutes. So you have it on there. Quick install, cohesive, smooth, super clean SFT install on an axe. This is actually now, I think, my favorite way to install this, and the feel of it, I don't think you can beat it. So there's your axe. Let's check out that breaker bar and, of course, the baseball bat. All right, guys, we're going to do a smooth SFT install with electrical tape on a breaker bar. But I wanted to show you a little trick too. If you have something that's a more narrow diameter, I got the small lacing rings I want to put on here. I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to twist it so it doubles it up, just like that. And now you're going around something that's a little bit smaller. We're going to do 3 of these on there with my smaller lacing rings. I could do it with my large if I wanted. There you go. Oh, that one I double twisted. Let's make sure it looks good. Okay, there we go. And then still place these how you want. And then the SFT fiber tape will still go over them just fine and leave a nice little ridge on there. All right, we got our breaker bar. I got my red SFT fiber tape. I have my electrical tape ready to go, a knife, and some water. So a nice fresh razor knife ready to go, and a cup of water. I'm gonna open up my fiber tape. Again, dunk for about 8 seconds. Shake it off. Let me wrap towards you again. I prefer to wrap towards myself, but we can get this just right. Now with this breaker bar, it's so smooth, it's going to be a little bit harder pulling tension on there. So you got to take your time getting your tension just right, because it wants to wrap and pull and not stick to the smooth surface of this chrome breaker bar. I'll do a few more wraps. You can kind of layer this up as you want. Right about there. So I did a little bit bigger end, and then I'm overlapping by quite a bit because I know I want a little bit of a thicker grip on here. So we're not doing the half overlap, we're overlapping by a lot more. And I still want to use almost this whole roll. I might not even cut it. Wrap this whole thing pretty good, right about to there. Get a couple wraps, and then I'm going to start going back the other way. Boom, 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 boom. And this time, you guys can hopefully see the fold over. Just like that. Hopefully we can digitally zoom up on that for you. Get the fold over. So this is right in the middle. Same thing here. I'm going to have to wrap away from me, which is going to be this way. But sticky side down on the electrical tape. Sticky side down. And then I am going to twist and do sticky side out before it starts to touch the fiber tape. There we go. Boom. Then just moderate tension, pulling this nice and smooth. Sticky side out, making sure my end stays sealed. Making sure you're overlapping the electrical tape. Trying to avoid wrinkles. It's okay if you get a little bit. Just like that. Careful when you pull tension on there so you don't pull your compression too tight on there. You could cut it with a knife. I got a little wrinkle in there, but that's okay. It's not gonna kill it. So again, we're gonna let this sit 5 to 10 minutes, and then we're gonna do the unveil and see what it looks like. Super easy. Baseball bat coming next. All right, we got the breaker bar here. Gonna unwrap that little sucker. Find the end of it. There you guys have it. Check that out. I'll bring it up to you. Look at that. Look at that rubberized sleeve. Mechanics, you're gonna love it. Nice cohesive grip on there. Gives me something to hold on to. I could even make this a little thicker if I wanted to, if I wanted a thicker grip on that breaker bar. Pretty darn good. Let's check out that baseball bat. All right, we have a old baseball bat here. We're gonna throw an orange SFT grip on here using our hockey tape hack. One of the things I wanted to show you though is building up underneath that SFT grip. If you want to create a little bit more cushioning or a little bit more girth to whatever you're wrapping, whatever handle you're putting this on, we actually can use our co-band, our compression band, in order to do so. Just going to open this up, and then I'm going to build up the thickness on here to however thick I want to do it. Keep in mind that we're also going to be putting SFT on top of here. And if I was putting rings on here, I could put them right on top of this compression wrap or co-band. There we go. So I beefed that up pretty good. Now I just need to start spreading that out a little bit. So I'll stay here for a while, right where that edge is. Make sure it's a nice even taper. Create a nice even sort of flare out to add a little bit of cushioning, shock absorption, and a little bit of girth to this grip here. So let's get our gloves out. Make sure I have my knife ready to go. And of course I have my water and my electrical tape. I could put some rings on here if I wanted. We're not putting any rings on this grip. Get my gloves on. Things get sticky. Make sure I get my gloves on. Open up my fiber tape. Dunk it in my water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm wrapping this one towards me. It's my preferred way of doing it. Get that end to stick. Gently pull tension. Get 2 full layers, and then start your 45. On this one, since you didn't see it before, I'm going to cut. The key to this with your sharp knife is quick motions. So it doesn't get too stringy on you. I'm going to fold that over itself right on the end. Keep all the loose strings underneath itself. Pull this tight. Push it into itself. And again, we're going to wrap the electrical tape in the same direction, sticky side down, get it started, and then rotate, sticky side out. Make sure it stays sealed. Make sure there's no wrinkles in the tape, and then start your compression with gentle pressure and tension on there. Overlapping the electrical tape, compressing the fiber tape. And the neat part about this is you're going back in the direction from which you originally started. So you're going back towards it. So it gives it a little bit of a crisscross sort of pattern to make a really nice grip. Get good at using one hand to unwrap that, get the end nice and neat where you want it. And then again, if you want to be careful pulling too much tension when you rip it, you can always cut it with your knife. Lay this flat. Boom, all set to go. We'll let this cure 5 to 10 minutes and we'll check it and we'll check out how all of our grips look. Awesome, super easy, guys. All right, let's check out that baseball bat. I'm gonna keep it in my hands here and just unroll this thing. And then I'll even come to you guys to get the close-up shot. Let me see here. Find the end, there we go. Start peeling it. Unroll this thing. Almost done. Right there. Get the camera to focus on it. There it is. Check out that baseball grip. Super easy, cohesive, rubberized grip. Really, really easy to do, done in 10 minutes. Extra thickness added to that grip. So super easy. This stuff is going to outlast just about anything on the market because it's cohesive. There is no ends to roll up. It all becomes a singular rubberized sleeve with fiber reinforcement in there. Can't beat it. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, so there you guys go. You have the SFT hack using the electrical tape to install these grips. They literally took me 10 minutes each, if that even. You got your axe. Of course, you got your mechanics breaker bar, and then that sports grip on this baseball bat here. Super easy way installing your SFT. You guys got to try it. I think it's our best install process yet.